Welcome back to TechniqueWOD. Today we're going to talk about how to fix your jerk using tall jerks. Alright, tall jerks might be new to you. They can help you get under the bar a lot faster, help you split your feet a lot quicker, and also help you keep pushing on the bar. So here's what a tall jerk looks like. Mike can be my demo guy. You can see Mike starts with the bar right about forehead height, so about halfway in between where the bar is starting and finishing. Normally the bar starts on your shoulders and goes all the way overhead. He's about halfway, and then he's pushing himself down underneath the weight. The bar height shouldn't change that much. He's really just pushing himself down. And if he even does it one more time, you'll see the bar height here is kind of where he ends up. So the bar height doesn't change that much. It's really more about Mike pushing himself underneath the weight than it is about Mike pushing the weight harder overhead. So if you're a person that, like the three things that I pointed out earlier, has trouble getting under the bar very quickly, you have trouble locking the weight out overhead, you have trouble splitting very quickly, or maybe you short stride your split. A lot of people, the reason that they short stride and they don't step their front foot forward far enough, oftentimes is because they're rushing it and they don't feel like they can split their feet quick enough, and so they just put their foot down way too early. So the tall jerk is specifically designed to help people get under the weight faster, split their feet quicker. It's more of a quickness drill than it really is a pure strength drill. Sure, it can help you get stronger a little bit, but it's really more about speed and precision and drilling how fast you're getting under the bar than it is about lifting super heavy weight. So as an example, Mike, he likes to do these drills with just the bar in his warm-up because it helps him, and he can make comments on this as well, it really helps him when he's warming up to kind of have those fast, crisp reps. That way when he does get into his heavier sets, when he's doing a full jerk, he's had those crisp, fast reps during his warm-up, and then he's more likely to carry those over into his workout. Do you want to comment on that at all?
No, love them in my warm-ups.
Okay, technique-wise, here's what it's going to look like. The start position, you have a couple of options. The variation that Mike's been showing you, he puts the bar kind of like right over his eyes, kind of mid-forehead, and then that's going to be his start position. Grip is basically the exact same that it would be wherever you're grabbing, where the bar is on your shoulders. Right now he's just standing there more or less neutral. Ribs are down. He's not leaning back too much. He's not hyperextending at his back. He's leaning back the absolute minimum to where the bar can be kind of straight over where it normally would be if it was coming right off of the shelf of his shoulders. So that's one variation. Another variation, he could do it from top of his head. Some people like to do that. I'm not a huge fan of doing it off the top of your head, especially if it gets heavy. A lot of athletes will just rest the weight on their head, which I think is kind of a funny way to do it. The other way you could do it if you were doing a jerk off of your back. If you were doing a behind the neck jerk, you could just hold it right behind your head and then do the exact same drill. So you have a couple of options, kind of front, overhead, or behind you. We tend to mostly do from the front because that's going to be the most similar to doing a jerk like you would do in an actual competition. All the other points of performance are the same. If Mike jumps into a split position.
We'll do another one. another one. Redo.
Mulligan. Okay, so he's going to jerk into a perfect split.
Perfect.
Again, perfect. Again, the elbows are locked out straight. Shoulders are all the way fully flexed overhead. His ribs are down where he has a nice neutral lower back. He's on his toe, on his back foot, heels off the ground. His knee is bent. He doesn't have a locked out knee. Front foot weights on his heel or midfoot. His shin is vertical or maybe even back a little bit and is not beyond his toe at all. And then, of course, he can recover like normal, front foot back, back foot forward, and then drop the weight. So it's Marty, the points of performance dolphin. Oh no, Marty, is that how you jerk?
So retarded.
All right, so as we said before, Mike likes to do this in his warm-ups a lot. Just a couple of sets, 3 to 5 reps, just getting ready for his heavier sets. You certainly could do these as a part of your workout as assistance lifts. It's going to be hard to do them very heavy because if Mike gets into his kind of start position where he's holding the weight at forehead height. Obviously, you're not going to be able to do that very heavy, so it's going to be pretty light assistance work overall. But you know, it's a good way to give your shoulders a little bit of extra work without just doing your kind of standard overhead presses, and then you're getting extra time to work on your footwork as a part of your workout with some lightweight overhead. So there's nothing wrong with that if you want to program them after you do your heavy squats and your pulls and whatnot, when you're doing your kind of lighter assistance movements towards the end of your workout. If you wanted to go a little bit heavier with it, you could do a more of a top-down approach. So instead of doing it normal where you would just press the weight to, instead of doing it normal like Mike's been doing it, where he's just pressing the weight to forehead height, if it was heavy, just set up like we normally were. Is he listening to me at all? So here's how we've been normally doing it. Just put on your shoulders and go to mid forehead. So that's how we've been doing it, right? Where you got to go from the bottom up. You got to press into that position. If you wanted to go with a little bit of a heavier weight, you could just push press the weight all the way overhead and then lower it and then go from there. So that's a variation that you can use to put a little bit of extra weight on the bar. It takes a little getting used to for sure. Some people like it. There's probably some people that don't because it's hard to get into a good position. But of course, the better you get at it, the more you can use it, and it'll work just fine. So I like that top-down approach. If you want to go a little bit extra heavy, most beginners probably don't need it. But for some of the intermediate and advanced lifters, it's an awesome variation. All right, thanks for watching. If you want more videos just like this, you can always go to barbellshrugged.com and click on the TechniqueWOD tab at the top of the page, and more of these TechniqueWOD videos are in the library on the site. Also, if you go to flightweightlifting.com, we have a free 50 some odd page ebook that has links to a lot of these types of videos again as well, and then also has some sample programming and a bunch of frequently asked questions answered by our weightlifting coaches that are all part of a very awesome comprehensive guide that's 100% free on flightweightlifting.com. So definitely check that out as well, and we will see you another day.
Join the conversation every week after the episode over at barbellshrugged.com. This is also where you'll find new episodes of Barbell Shrugged, TechniqueWOD, Nuggets and Pearls, Barbell Business, Get Change, plus new articles every day on our daily blog, written by us, guests of the show, and some of the biggest names in strength and conditioning. So, go there and leave a comment now. Oh my gosh, wow, that's so cool. Yay, that's so awesome.
Did you like this video? If so, subscribe to our channel and share this with your friends.
And if you want even more free, awesome resources to help you reach your fitness goals, plus some updates that we only share over email, head over to barbellshrugged.com and sign up for the newsletter.